You're watching Pegarai TV, Rhode Island's public access channel.
Salam. My name is Sheikh Abu Hakim Abdullah, President Chairman of Al-Masjid Sharia Allah, AMSA, a non-profit religious organization operating in the state of Rhode Island, USA. I'm going to talk to you about tonight or today about something you know, and all of us know it. Always repeat it. Heard it repeat so many times in coop bars and lectures and times that we sit down with so-called scholars and whatnot. The law says in Quran, what? This your religion? This your way of life? Is Islam. And it says also, this has been completed. There's no left out parts, no endings. The ending is where it's supposed to be and the beginning is where it's supposed to be. But yet, scholars are sitting down and coming up with all kinds of changes and whatnot in Quran and Hadith. There is no changes to be made because the law says this is completed. Completed. It's done. It's over. It's completed. He did all, he took and put all the parts in it that needed to be put in there. But yet we still kind of add stuff to it. He says the worst thing you can do is commit suicide. But yet we trying to say you can put a bomb on your chest. Take this one. In the name of Allah. That you can commit suicide on behalf of Allah. But yet the law says you cannot commit suicide for any reason whatsoever. Any reason. But yet man has put in the Quran in such a way that it's okay now to serve Allah. He says, serve me with my life and my limbs and my money and everything. It doesn't mean you take your own life for His sake. It means that you put your life on the line for His sake. You stand up and battle and strive against an enemy that might kill you, but you might kill them for His sake. That you stand up in defense of your way of life and you and your body and your family and your soul and your community for His sake. But not to stand up and jump off a bridge to bomb several people with a bomb on your chest and land in some kind of mall or something and blow up everybody else with you. That's not such a violation of Islam. And it's time that you learn that. You practice that. You can't add on more stuff. There's only one person living on this earth, or who have lived on this earth, that has the power to add on and take off. And He didn't do it. The only thing He added on to was the prayers. He took off some of the prayers. because there's too many. Put a strain on you. He took off some of the time and given the kupa because there was children, young children that need to go home, need to eat food. Wives and mothers, fathers, and that I need to get home. So he took off some of the time of kupas. But that is the only living being at that time had the power to add something on to the Islam or to take something off in the prayers. But everything else was completed. This your religion, this your way of life is Islam. And you will be considered Muslims. Your name is Muslims. Not Ahmadiyya, not Sunni, not Shia, Sufis, but Muslim. And he said, do not break it into sets. Do not divide your way of life into sets. And he's talking about any way you do it, dividing it into life. If you call yourself Sunnis, you're dividing your way of life. If you call yourself Ahmadiyya, you're dividing your way of life and making a set. Regardless of what name you call yourself, you're making a set. Because Allah said, this your deen is Islam. And you will be called Muslim. Or Mu'min. Or Mujahideen. But not the name of some block or neighborhood or some street or some group. And this is what you gotta know. This is what you gotta follow. To follow anything else is a change. Is to follow. It's not to follow the Islam. It's to be disobedient. Now I know a whole lot of people don't want to agree with me because we got millions following all this what I just told you, calling themselves Sufis, calling themselves Sunnis, calling them Ahmadiyyas, calling them Shia, calling them different names. And yet Allah commanded us not to do this. But somebody, some older brother or some brother that put his ideas into something has told you, you can call yourself Sunni. Because we follow the Sunnah. So you can call yourself Sunni. Some say you can call yourself Ahmadiyya because we follow the Ahmadiyya. The Hanafi way or something. But you think about what I'm telling you. Listen to what Allah is saying to you. Allah says, divide yourself not up into groups. But yet we doing that. Allah also said, when the desires into the hearts of the Muslims, so does the devil. And we doing that. We design everything else in the world except Islam. And it's getting worse. We're killing each other today. Literally killing each other in the streets, bombing each other, throwing bombs on each other. And some places we throwing gas on each other. In Iraq, we threw gas on each other. In Syria, we threw gas on each other. Now, another thing I want to talk to you about. This thing of giving somebody, a non-Muslim, a Quran and telling them to read the Quran and get a Quran and read it, I seen brothers turn around and give to people Qurans that was out and out unpure. Their ideas, their desires, their motives, their different things, their food they eat, all this stuff made them unpure. And the law says, do not give Quran to them, or do not let them touch it, because they're unpure. The only way they become pure is if they take on Islam. They become pure to accept of Islam. But yet we giving it. You hear on TV, this new moderate stuff they got going on is giving Qurans away. I seen brother want to give a Quran to a governor. Gave it to a governor. I myself wouldn't do that. I myself wouldn't even let the Quran be touched by a non-Muslim. And some Muslims is not clean, or just clean themselves, or just come out the hammam, the restroom, whatever you call it, and didn't wash their hands and stuff, I wouldn't let them handle the Quran. Or wasn't in wudu. Because the law said, don't do that. But yet there's a moderate giving out Qurans. Another thing going on out there, I've seen brothers standing in the street, talking to a person about Islam, a non-Muslim, spend 15 minutes talking to him about Islam, and then 2 minutes later, he's saying, would you like to be a Muslim? And the person says, yeah, I want to join and be a Muslim. And he turns around and says, hold up your finger. And he says, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And he says, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You're a Muslim. No. No, he is not a Muslim. Because it's a procedure in giving a person, making one a Muslim. As a matter of fact, God makes Muslims. Allah makes Muslims. We just give shahadas. Allah makes Muslims. Did the brother bathe? Did the brother shave himself clean? Did the brother take 2 weeks of course like the Prophet Muhammad gave the Abyssinians? He talked to them about their deen, what they were going to do, how they were going to, what the deen is all about. You got people taking shahadas, don't even know what Islam is. And they're giving it to them, they're calling them Muslims. Again, another violation against Quran and Hadith. Because that short shahada is for the dying. Somebody on the battlefield and might not live to 2 minutes from now. But we giving them up, giving up shahadas, giving up Qurans, doing all that. We're doing that constantly, every day. That's being done. You can hear it on the television. You can hear it on your web page. You can see it everywhere. That's what's happening to us. We're getting yanked up and putting ourselves in a position to you know why we doing that? I'll tell you why we doing that. We want to be accepted by the non-believing world, the non-Islamic world. Like they accept each other. We want to be one of them. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. We want to be one of them. We want to, our jobs as being professors, we find ourselves doing things that's un-Islamic and not in favor of Islam, then we shouldn't be doing these things. But because in order to do these things right, we must turn around and take the physical deen off of us and put a spiritual deen on us. That means the physical part of Islam, the Sharia, the physical part of Islam, we discarded that. And we don't want that on us. So you get the phrase, well, I got Islam in my heart. This is the way we're doing today. And I told you I would speak to you about that. I said that I would speak to you about that. I've been saying that for some time since I've been looking at it on my computer. What's been happening? We got sisters and brothers on the computer on the TV, on the computer, giving their beauty up to the world. We got marriage counselors now. We got places where you can go now and find a wife to match the thing that they do. We got all this going on. And it should stop. Excuse me. It should stop. What is needed right now, I'm going to tell you what is needed right now, is a masjid built in some place from the ground up by the hands of Muslims with Muslim money, with Muslims' donations. Grants from Muslims, organizations. This is what we should be doing. And in that mosque, it should be built for the worship of Allah, no other. And it should be coupons given in there, that is for the striving of Islam and the benefit of Islam. And it should go on every day. We should have classes in there after school. The school kids marching to the masjid, which should be close by the school, for 3 hours of Islamic studies. And then driven home or picked up by their parents. We should have strict rules and regulations in the mosques. And nobody should enter that mosque but Muslims. Why? Because Allah said so. Allah said in the Quran, from this day forward, build your masjids from the ground up. Let not the non-believer maintain or enter your houses of worship. And don't tell me about a lieutenant that was caught. It was caught in the days of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ after the war. And they put him in the masjid. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ put him in the masjid because they was trying to do some wrong to them, brother. They would have executed him. So he put him in the masjid by his homes where they could see him. And then they made a deal with him to take him off of the chains he was on and said, if you teach my people how to read and write and how to understand the calendar, I will free you. And that's what he did. The brothers teaching people how to read and write. And he freed them. So this is the law speaking to us again, through the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it's not hard to see it. It's very easy to see it. Very easy to hear it. You cannot change Islam from what it was back then to match the year today. So this is 2013. You cannot change Islam to match 2013 because what was going on in 2000, 1400 years ago, it's going on today, but in a different way. It's the same wrongs, the same violations of your way of life. So you can't make it a spiritual way of life only to match up with the United States or Germany or Great Britain or anybody else. You must keep it Islamic. This is what you must do. And I'm telling you, this is what you must do. Like I said, you know, a lot of you don't want to listen to what I'm saying. And a lot of you are saying, well, Sheikh, where's your group at? My group is all Muslims. That's my group. My group is anyone that says, La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. That's my group. My group is anyone that says, I'm a slave of Allah, a servant of Allah. I submit myself to Allah and sold my life of this world for a promise of the hereafter, the world to come. And I'm working for Allah. That's my group. And I'm not trying to hide this fact. I'm trying to get us to act like we did when we opened up Mecca to Islam. When the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was living among us. He's still living among us. But in spiritual form, we're told to still follow his way of life, what he followed. We're told to emulate the way he was. We're told to emulate the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam the way he was 1460 years ago, or 1420 years ago. And we told to do them things today. Because why? Because the same evils was going on yesterday that's going on today. There's no change. But we try and make it look like a change, like it's different. We're making friends with people we have no business making friends with. Law says don't be friendly with these people. So I'm talking to you about this. I'm really talking to you about this. And it's very important that you begin to do something about it. Or else Islam going to fall completely to nothing. It's not the Islam that's going to nothing. It's us that's going to nothing. We completely changing it everywhere. Our Islam then got so bad, so messed up. So bad and so messed up, the people in our Islam, that a person can commit a crime of steal some money out of a brother's pocketbook or sister's pocketbook in the masjid across the street from another mosque. And that brother can come across the street and go into that mosque, and the other mosque, and nobody say a word to him about what he did across the street. Not a word. Not a word. Not one word whatsoever. Think about it. A brother goes to jail or prison for stealing. Stealing. Selling dope. Selling marijuana. Selling cars, hot cars. Selling hot clothes. Clothes that was illegal. That was stolen. Fencing. All that kind of stuff. And he come out the jailhouse and remarried that brother to a virgin. To a virgin, a woman that never been touched. As if he's pure and clean. That brother's a thief. That brother's a thief, and it's proven such a thing as a thief. He might not be in our courts, but they prove he copped out to stealing. And they found him guilty in evidence that he did it, by witnesses saying he did it. And he was given a certain amount of time. It was given that time as a Muslim. Not like the brother in Mecca that was sentenced to some time in Mecca, and then he took a shahada, and he wanted to come home, he wanted to go back to Medina with the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, but he said, La, he cannot come back with us. He must serve his time there. And after that, then come to us. And he wasn't a Muslim when he went and did that. He was a non-believer. He was a person that did not have Islam in him knowingly at the time when he did the robbery and stole whatever it was he did. But the Meccans, the Meccan people sentenced him for a crime. And the Prophet Muhammad said he must stay here until he did through the rest of that time. Even though he was a convert to Islam. Now you imagine a person that's not a convert to Islam. What happened? What should we do about him? That when he went in there, he stole this stuff, he robbed people and whatnot. It wasn't Fi-Sabilillah, a stick-up Fi-Sabilillah. It was a stick-up for his own needs. His dope habit, his other different habit, all the different ideas he had, the car, all the stuff he wanted. But yet he goes out, first thing he do. First thing he says when he get busted. What religion? Muslim. He shouldn't even open his mouth and say that. Because the Prophet Muhammad told all of us in Quran and Hadith that at that time he did that, he wasn't even a Muslim. Because he was not a Muslim. A Muslim don't do that. Muslims don't steal nobody's money. Muslims don't sell dope. Muslims don't rob people. Muslims don't rape women. Muslims don't do these things. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amin. صدق الله العظيم.